They make sure that every committee has the money and resources they need.
So the best name to give this committee is Ways and Means. Shall I go through the document? Let's see how they define the thing themselves before we look for trouble for them.
I'm telling you.
That is what you are saying.
They need, so they make sure that every committee has the money and resources they need. They review their work plans and help set the schedule for the activities. So they keep the whole parliamentary system running smoothly and efficiently. If you like,
which one is it? If the education committee, for instance, is not getting budgetary allocation or release,
they want to travel somewhere to maybe follow up on projects, school buildings, and all of that. So the Ways and Means Committee, they play a key role in this.
We all know the meaning of Ways and Means in our ordinary parlance. Why would you name a committee Ways and Means Committee? Why would you expose? I mean, I don't get it. When you say Ways and Means, everybody in this country, in fact, the man on the Madina Trotro understands Ways and Means.
This is a song for the Ways and Means.
Why would you name an official committee Ways and Means?
This is a song for the Ways and Means Committee. So as on your meal back
Are you lying to us?
No, I'll tell you the truth.
Ways and Means Committee.
It is a standing committee.
It's a standing committee.
Yes. And then it is chaired by the deputy majority leader. Well,
Kukurik Hagen.
And vice chaired by the deputy minority leader. It
Patricia PJ.
Exactly. It consists of the chief whips and no more than 11 other members. Its key functions. I'm reading from Parliament of Ghana's website.
There are 4 whips, or just the chief, not the deputies. So the 2 whips on the other side.
Yes.
So Anodon Pre and Dafia Mepo.
Its key functions include monitoring and coordinating all parliamentary committees' activities, reviewing and approving committee budgets and work plans, allocating funds to committees, overseeing committee performance, and ensuring timely report submissions. The committee also considers the establishment of ad hoc committees and determines the resource requirement for all the committees.
That sounds like a monitoring and evaluation kind of.
No.
I said sounds like.
That one is there.
There's a monitoring and evaluation.
This one is Ways and Means Committee. It's the name that freaks me, you know. No.
The Parliament has reviewed this. I mean, how?
Ways and Means Committee.
How?
Beatrice, are you happy with the name?
Ways and Means.
I think it has to be reviewed. I would agree with you, man.
Ways and Means.
It gives it per. I mean,
some Jana 1, Jana 2 vibe.
Like we have to find something from here.
Exactly, like some corrupt connotation.
Money. So if there's nobody, you have to find Ways and Means.
If you go out
and you ask the security
stop, just ask a random person at the bus stop here.
What does Ways and Means mean?
The person will give you a thesis on Ways and Means.
No.
No. It doesn't. It doesn't accord.
We are not happy about this Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. The Parliament.
What name do you suggest based on what Crosby read to us?
Me, I said
facilitation.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Another one.
We like it.
There's monitoring too.
Oh, can we call it Look and See? Look and See Committee. Look and See Committee.
Ways and Means.
Ways and Means, I say. Private members bill.
Yeah.
Or enforcement committee.
Or tankers. Albert Tete Nyakote is the chairman of the private members bill. Also Charles Bawadjia is the vice chairman.
Nyakote.
Is it Nyakote or Nyakote?
It's Nyakote. You remember Reverend Steve Nyakote Kwao of Ghana Meteorological fame?
Yes.
Yeah, with this, is it a TV poll that they hold or TV poll?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know the private members bill committee. I mean, just like the name is, they just go through the private members bills that these members of parliament will present to them. they see to it that it meets certain standards before it gets to main house itself.
I think this is a very relevant one. It's because in a time that we are encouraging our MPs to initiate their own bills, maybe with the push of their constituents.
Right.
We want localized bills.
In fact,
So
this whole private members bill thing was started by Speaker Okoye.
Yes, it's one of the legacies of Speaker Okoye. So I think that whatever we have to do to make sure that private members' bill grow, we should do that. I only pray that the committee would not tend to stifle the initiatives or the bills that will be coming. If somebody is not happy with the bill, then they'll go and see the committee. Then the committee will say, your own, there should be this clause, it's not there, or your own defies the expenditure on government, on the executive, and so the executive has to do. It shouldn't be used as a whip, against private members' bills, but it should rather be
facilitated,
facilitator, encouraging private members to initiate bills so that CSOs can get into the space.
Going through the list of the members of this committee, I can't find Susu.
Susu has been given a new.
Susu is
on the General Legal Council.
The General Legal Council.
Exactly.
Yes, but because of the thinking ordinarily would be because of how he championed a lot of private members bill in the 8th Parliament.
He's not the only one. Relax. Ablakwa has championed it. Dafia Makpo. Reverend John Intim Fojo.
The headmaster is.
No, but the headmaster is actually Susu. The man, if he sleeps and he snores, he wakes up and he brings a bill.
He's the typical lawmaker.
But Susu was hauled before the General Legal Council. He nearly lost his license.
Yes, he's been on suspension before.
He's going to be on the General Legal Council.
Those have become cases that are studied under ethics. And he's going to be a member. But your Attorney General himself has had issues with the General Legal Council.
So relax, now they are in charge. So
the past is the past.
But the past is not the present.
The past is not the present.
And then there's the budget committee. Kweku Kwating.
So this is not new.
The finance minister who never was. And then Alexander Ejari, his vice chairman. Alex is new, is he not?
Pretty. I'm honestly not familiar with the name. Across, we said the committee is not new. The budget committee is not new.
Budget committee
has it always been there?
That's the special budget committee. Remember the one
was constituted by
leadership, yeah. Because that's special budget committee is considered by leadership. They decide the life and fate of the Electoral Commission and other statutory bodies.
That's if it's the same committee.
If you don't give us this, we will not mind you. Will give you this. They in fact, the last Parliament they said you cannot bring this Ghana card thing here. So hold on to it. Let's give you your money. If not,
but you know the interesting part.
No,
that committee. Their hearings are never in public.
No.
They chase all the journalists out.
Yeah.
So you go. We have to have an in-camera session.
In camera.
Kill the camera.
Business committee. Of course, this is the leadership of the business committee. Mahama Yariga is majority leader. Kweku Hagan is vice chairman. Cape Coast South.
So when the BOG governor was coming to Parliament last week, when the business committee of Parliament, they tabled it and discussions were had, the minority said they were concerned about the procedure for his coming. But the business committee also insisted that this is something we have spoken about, we have advertised, you people, we have the numbers, so we have voted that he comes. Now you say you will not do. So what the business committee in Parliament does, I'll break it down simple for you. What this business committee in Parliament does, they determine the agenda for parliamentary sittings, including the order of business and time for debates.
Okay.
This committee organizes what will be discussed in Parliament, schedules when bills are debated, arranges when ministers answer questions. So they help to keep parliamentary work orderly so that important issues get the attention that they deserve.
Let's celebrate our women, and we have on the phone line Odadie Patricia Obonai. Oh, we lost her on the phone line. Let's bring her back on the phone line so we can have a conversation. She's the chief servant at Telecel Ghana. We want to talk to
Formerly Vodafone.
Yeah, we want to talk to our ladies again and celebrate them. We can't have enough. Yesterday was a good time with the ladies at my church. It was a good time. And it's always good to celebrate ladies. Is it not?
It is.
It is. It's a good time.
I agree with that.
Yeah, celebrate ladies and uplift them and help them to go through and open the door for them and let them walk majestically through it so they can shine
I like
as
how
much
you're
as
putting
possible.
emphasis on these ones.
Yes, you open and then they can rise to the occasion and shine.
Open the car doors.
You don't
the door
you don't have to fight women. You have to support them as much as you can. Odadeɛ Patricia Obonai, good morning to you.
Good morning, Johnny. How are you doing?
I am greater than Accra.
Good to hear.
We are celebrating our women, and we thought that you're one of the women that we have to celebrate because of your leadership in business and also all the work you do for the Odadeas across the globe. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Saturday was International Women's Day. What ran through your mind as we celebrated women across the world?
I thought it was exciting. You know, it's a day that sets aside to remind ourselves that the women exist and they are doing amazing things. So I always see it as something very positive and a time to reflect as well on what more we can do,
Now, for those of you who work in male-dominated spaces, I mean, you don't struggle to shine, as we have all seen. How do you do it? And as a mark of encouragement for other young women, how do you do it?
I guess because it's male-dominated, any woman who dares into it is seen as having tried. So that's the first step, that you have made the move to go into something that everybody says is difficult and is for the men. But actually, the women are excelling and doing very, very well in telecom. But for me, if I first acknowledge that there's the grace of God that will carry you and hold you, I think one of the important things is how much time you are investing into this space.
Right.
You will get to the top, but you don't know how you will get there. And if you look at my journey, so I take every path that I have been on as a path that I have to be very diligent at, give it your best, understand the job that you are doing, build depth, understand it so that, and the last thing I guess is let people know what you're doing so that when it's time to be recommended or you apply for a job and you are being discussed, people will know what you do. And hopefully you will make it to the position as well.
Now, let's talk about family and how you juggle the two, being a good mother and you're still shining on the business front. What do you have to share with us?
Well, for me, I think every one of them is a full-time job. And that's why women are mysterious. God put men to sleep before creating us, because we combine a number of full-time jobs. But I think you give it your best whenever you have the opportunity to be a wife, when you have the opportunity to be the mother.
Right.
But you don't try to pretend that you can balance all. At a point, one or two will have to make a sacrifice. So from 8 to 5, you're at work, which means you can't be with your kids.
Right.
But at 8 to 5, give your work your best. Don't get distracted. When you're home with the family, give the family your best. If you need to get support, get the support. If you need a house help, you need your husband to step in to support you. These are things that you do when you are in that space. If I have to be away on the weekend or travel, then I get help and let my family understand. So, Johnny, for me, it's not about finding that smooth balance in 24 hours, but every time you have an opportunity with that particular responsibility, give it your best.
Now, as Woman of the Year at the 34th CIMG Awards, and I'm out and very, very proud of you, I should mention.
Thank you.
For all the young ladies who aspire to be like you, give them 3 nuggets that they must follow so that they don't fall off at some point, but they climb to the very apex.
Okay, what? understand that people don't think you can do it, and that should be enough motivation to get you to give in your best. 2, give your all. I cannot re-emphasize, I can't continue to re-emphasize that be diligent at what you do. When people doubt you, your competence is what you have to show. So that's the second one. Show competence on the job so that there's no doubt. You know, they don't start discussing she's a woman, etc. They only discuss your competence. And then the third one is that don't assume that because you are at the top, you will hold it forever. My boss told me one thing, and it stayed with me for a long time. He says, qualify every day, which means you come to work as if you are now becoming the CEO of Telecel. And you give it your best every single day. These will be my 3.
I see. In closing, some say, well, I can't juggle the 2, family, work, social life, in fact, the 3. But you do so well. I mean, you see, my producer was just talking about whether or not you are not daddy. I said, are you?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
I'm the global vice president.
Global vice president of Odadie Global. Now, she's asking me, among all the men, you are the shining star, the woman shining star in there. How do you manage the boys?
Men have to be handled with respect, right? Especially African men who be socialized like that. So we get on very well because you start with a position of respect, and the fact that you show them what you bring to the table, and they are very warm. I think we underestimate how men receive women. They were all born by women and raised by women. And so they are very, very receptive and very respectful and very accommodative of what I bring to the table.
My final question to you is the notion that women are their own enemies. And you often hear this being said over and over again. How do we change that narrative, or what do you have to say about that? Are women really their own enemies?
No, I disagree. I disagree absolutely. You know, and it is one of the stereotypes that happen, and then women are seen to be bad even before the conversation starts. I've had so many women supporting me, and I've supported so many women as well. I would easily call on a woman to help me that I would run to a man anytime I've had a need, right? We had a Telecel Women's Day last week, and it was even at the last minute. The first person that came to my mind was the woman. I called her and she showed up from Morwin Foods, the CEO. So I don't agree at all that women are their own enemies. I think it's just a stereotyping to make all women look bad.
Engineer Odadie Patricia Obonai, we are grateful that you spent your money with us, and we thank you and we celebrate you. We hold you in high esteem.
Thank you, Johnny, and thank you, 3FM. Really appreciate the opportunity, and I wish all women a happy International Women's Celebration.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. We're grateful.
Thank you, too.
Great.
So strong, she is educated, talented, she knows her worth, she's coached.
You know, our platform is dominated by a lot of women, so we celebrate the women as much as we can. I want to salute our group CEO, Beatrice Ajaman. I want to celebrate our head of HR and admin, Amma Lawson. I want to celebrate Elizabeth of our corporate comms department. I want to celebrate Lois Kisiedu. I want to celebrate Miriam Osayajiman. I want to celebrate Apafa Mfojo. I want to celebrate Sheila Doyobo, Miriam Osayajiman. I want to celebrate Harriet Asumda, Brenda Dugan, Babina Finwalker, Sidi Katu, Al Hassan. I want to celebrate Auntie B of our sales department. All the fantastic women, Radha.
She is courageous and fearless. She knows her worth. She's
Lady Paula
a woman of substance.
at APL.
She walks the world with confidence. She's a woman.
Lady Julia also at sales department. Anita Amoa. Anita Kufu. Nasho Komesa Do. Cookie T, Bella Mundi. We're celebrating all our women as a tall list. Evelyn Tengma, also Ohima of our newsroom. And we're celebrating our women. Yonam Haliga, Grace Hamwa Ajiman, Kemini Yamini Amano. Yeah. Sarah Paku. Celebrate all our women. And all the ladies who listen to us, Judith Brown, all the ladies who listen to us, who connect with us on a daily basis. Hajia, we celebrate you. Julie, we celebrate you. Ruth, Truth. Yeah. We're celebrating all our women. Esinam Agboado, celebrate you. Auntie Philly, we're celebrating our women. Abigail, fantastic security woman here, we celebrate you. All the security ladies, I've forgotten the names, I tell you. But we're happy to have you, and we're happy that we work with you, or happy that you help the work to go on. We celebrate you. Sena Edeko, we celebrate you. Head of legal. Celebrate Mabel Akubanase. Celebrate Akofa Banson, head of MGTV, MG Radio, and 3 Group. Celebrate one Mamia, Janet Quason. Celebrating the women left, right, center. We're not on air on Saturday. We're doing it for our women and our ladies. Celebrating them. Charlie, right now, no, the CD, how strong is it, sisters?
We are still 15 somewhere.
We are what?
We are still 15 somewhere.
To a dollar. You have dollars to change them.
What kind of a traffic is this? Because I see this man. How can you look your brother in the eye and set a trap for
because I don't have dollars. So
I don't have dollars.
I don't have dollar. You have dollar.
Do you have dollars, Beatrice?
Hi, good morning. How you doing?
No. This is proper.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm alive. I'm dollarless.
Maybe we should talk to
Actually, it's dropped just by 1 cent. Did I say cent? 1 peswa.
1 peswa.
Yeah. Because it was 15.51 last week. It's around 15.50 now.
Is that a Bochi rate or Bank of Ghana rate?
I don't think that's Bank of Ghana rate. No, that's no Bank
you
of
Googled it, eh?
Yeah.
So
Please, there are forex bureaus all over, so they have their.
You are changing pound.
Abochi has the rate.
But Abochi's rate will be higher than what I just mentioned.
Abochi has the dollar.
Abochi has the dollar.
Has the rate.
Yeah. So, but Abochi
No, but
determines
Abochi
what
too
happens.
has his rate. Higher than what I just gave
Abochi
you.
is Abochi.
Yeah, you may get it maybe around 16 something.
Abochi. You see your smoothness level. You see that you have done your calculations per BOG rate. But when you reach Abochi's place, then you know that Charlie, no. We'll talk to yet another amazing lady who's joining us on the phone line in a bit. We're celebrating our women, and it's important that we do because women don't get a lot of flowers in spite of some of the good things that they do. In fact, they do a lot of good things. Sixtus, you agree? Yes?
I agree. And before you even speak to the next person on the line, I want to also celebrate my wife.
Can you imagine? I mentioned people's names and forgot my wife.
She's done so well in dealing with all of this.
Abiam is talking in the background.
In fact,
I want to hear what he has to say because he seems moved by what you just did.
In fact, I have to celebrate my wife.
Yes.
Tuntum Broni.
Yes.
Yabiama Papebi. Tuntum Bruni.
Congratulations.
Let's talk to Catherine Kroboiduse, CEO of Eden Tree Limited. Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
And belated Women's Day to you.
Thank you.
We are proud of all that you do. That's why we called you to celebrate you.
Right. Thank you.
When we celebrated International Women's Day on Saturday, what were you thinking? Talk to us.
Okay. Actually, on Friday, I was invited by NutriSwift to talk about entrepreneurship.
Right.
And I was very happy to have done it with two other women.
Mm-hmm.
One woman was an elderly lady who was 80 plus, who started a bakery.
Right.
And now her daughter has joined her.
Mm.
And then there was myself. And then there was another lady who had no educational background, but she has managed to be the one person who distributes Olam products in the Western region.
Right.
So it was clear that three women from different backgrounds, okay, with diligence
Right.
and honesty and hard work, were able to make it. And that's what struck me about International Women's Day. When we put our efforts together,
Right.
we are able to do it.
Now, for those of you who ventured into private sector, employing people, putting food on people's table, how easy is it to do the kind of things you do? Talk to us.
It is not easy. It is difficult, but that is life. It wasn't. There's no manual anywhere that says life is easy. With hard work, you will succeed. With determination, you will succeed. If we don't think about, oh, I'm a woman, so there's not much I can do, then you will hit the glass ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be determined and you have to work hard.
In trying to do that, does hard work, and this, I want some encouragement from you for other younger ladies who are looking up to people like you. Does hard work break any bone?
Of course not. Hard work just means that if you sleep longer, cut your sleep shorter. If you are sleeping 10 hours in a day, sleep 8 hours in a day and use that 2 hours for work. Use it for productivity. So you look at your lifestyle and then cut things that are not important out and make the time productive.
I see. Now, let's talk about the daily activities. You know, these days, the women say they want soft life, soft life. Is that a way to go? Soft life, soft life?
No. For me, there's no such thing as soft life. Soft life equals you not doing anything unless maybe someone has volunteered to give you your daily bread every day till you die. Then I will agree with the soft life. But even that, it means that you are going to give up all your rights. You are going to give up everything about you because then you are going to be at the beck and call of the person who is feeding you till you die. There's nothing like that. And for me, I think there's pride in working hard. There's pride in actually contributing to your quota. There's pride in actually making an impact, positive impact on others. For me, for example, I got divorced very early, but I can proudly say that I looked after my children, my two children, through hard work, to the point where one of my child ended up at Harvard. And
Wow.
this was with not, I didn't have contribution from a husband or from an uncle or from an auntie.
Right.
No, it was by God's grace. The God factor too is very important. When you combine the God factor with hard work, you will make it.
I see. In wrapping up this conversation, I'm looking at how you have excelled, and you have told us it took a lot of hard work to do that. But beyond that, how have you been able to pull other people to the very top along with you so that you are passing on the knowledge? The young ladies are listening. I want them to learn a thing or two, and the young men too.
Yes, we don't have a lot of generational companies in Ghana.
That's right.
So one of my passions is to ensure that Eden Tree, my company, becomes a generational company. So I actually have a lot of youth, young people within the company who I'm training, who they see me as an example. And then even some I train to start projects, little projects, while they're actually working. Like maybe learn how to make local drinks. And in learning how to make local drinks, you teach your children whilst you are at it. So that we are all growing, everyone, the young ladies will grow up, have something to do. After they've worked with a company, done the 8 to 5, they still have other skills that if they decide to retire from the company, they can continue to do their own business. And teach their children.
This your fashion sense. These days, do you think the young ladies are learning from their best, or they are doing what they like?
Come again, sorry.
You have a very good fashion sense. Do you think the young ladies are learning from the best, or they are doing what they like?
I think it depends on how serious a young lady is. So when you get a young lady, if that young lady has a burning desire within themselves to succeed, then they will follow and take their advice. But if the young lady is not interested and only wants to be taken care of, then unfortunately there will be a different path for that young lady.
Thank you.
It is all up to the individual, the burning passion that they have within them.
Thank you very much, Madam Catherine Krobeduse. We're grateful that you could speak to us this morning.
Thank you very much.
And we are proud of you. Please keep that in mind.
You. Thank you.
Great.
African woman.
And I like the vibe I'm getting from the women. You know, a lot of wise words this morning.
I mean, there were two things I took notice of when she was speaking. The first one being that when you asked the question about soft life,
right,
and she answered, unless you're willing to, or that person who is giving you the soft life is willing to give you your daily bread every day. And I understand the daily bread not just by in the context of food, like breakfast, lunch, and supper, but everything.
To be independent,
including okay, it's too early in the morning, but I mean everything, literally, for you to be able to live that kind of comfortable life that you call soft life.
Right.
And again, she made the point, which I loved so much.
I'm not the one calling it soft life.
She made the point, which I loved so much, about contributing, because really, you cannot be fully compensated for what you do in terms of work. They only give you something to appreciate you.
To buy salt. That's why it's called salary.
So it's for the fact that you're contributing meaningfully and making impact, that should be the joy of it. And that should be the reason you're working. Beyond the salary, like I said, because really you cannot really be fully compensated for all the hard work and the passion that you give to your work. And I think the second bit, which I also was excited about, was the bit about ensuring that her business, when she's gone, becomes a generational one.
That's right.
And I think we have a lot of problem with Ghanaian businesses such that when the owner dies or is no more, you see the business is run down. I mean, when you go to the outskirts of Accra, even sometimes within certain places of Accra, and you go to hotels, you wonder, is this hotel under management? And you find out that the owner is dead.
Yeah.
And so eventually the business collapses. Exactly. So I love the idea of training young people to take over the business when she's away. I mean, one of the things I took interest in during the COVID period, even before we were locked down, was reading about like generational companies. And one of the companies that I read about was Nestle. I was so enthused that in 18-something, somebody from, is it Switzerland, decided to open a company which was, you know, served the community, eventually the wartime. And this has lived on for so many years. So many years.
Let's talk to Vanessa Addo of Vaniado. Madam, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm alive and well. I'm greater than Accra. Today, we want to celebrate you for all that you have done for our nation and for raising other young ladies up. Congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Now, you ventured into a space that women fear to enter, and you have stayed there and remained relevant. How did you do it? Tell me.
Well, this is a tough question, but I think, first of all, it's starting something that I really wanted to do, love to do, and that's what has kept me going. Never say die spirit. And yes, so first of all, when I started Vaniado, I realized that it was full of, you know, a lot of inferior things on the market. And we decided that, no, we are not going to join that queue. We will set ourselves apart. And even though it wasn't easy, we kept going. You know, it's not easy to bring European goods and do it for 23 years. But we've built a lot of good relationships through this, because we are customer oriented and we are always seeking to bring the best. And when I see a customer happy, I am happy. That is what I do. I just want to put smiles on customers' face, and I'm happy. Yes.
For all the young ladies that you have brought all the way to the top, and some I know have left, but they have started their own things because of what you took them through and shared your knowledge and wisdom with them. Somebody would ask, how did you accomplish that? You know, guiding other young ladies so they can look at the bigger picture and not, you know, look at the world view from a small corner. How did you do that?
I am a very open-minded person, and I am fair but firm. And I think I've been able to raise a lot of young ladies because of the way I am, you know. I don't impose things on people. I let them understand. I let them see what it is. We think together. I'm not the bossy type, you know. Even though I'm firm, I am fair. So I will say as it is, and the next minute I'm smiling again with you. In fact, for December, I got a letter from one of my ladies, and I was just tearing because she said, "Oh, Madam will come and say ABC, she'll shout here, and then the next thing she'll, Mommy, come for this," you know. So it's been like that, and I think that as a leader, you don't always have to impose or demand. I think respect is end. So it's how you deal with the people. You have to let them understand, because sometimes they genuinely don't know what it is. At times I get angry because I feel like, oh, you should know this. But I sit back and I say, no, the person didn't really know. So you have to let them, you have to take them through it. That's what it is. And once they understand it, they know what you are talking about or what you really mean, they will do it. They won't have the non-challenge attitude, you know. And that would be something that will be with them for a longer time because they want to do it.
Right.
It's not as though they are forced to do it. You understand?
I get you. Now, let's talk about, finally, the right temperament to have. I mean, you started more than 2 decades ago. You saw a problem. You decided to fix the problem by giving us quality. But there's the temperament that must be had by the woman entrepreneur so that the business doesn't fall apart. Tell us about the right temperament to have.
I don't get that. If you can.
The right attitude, the right temperament, you know. Talk to us about that because you built this from scratch. You have survived more than 20 years. Tell us, what do you need to have to be able to become a Vanessa Addo or Vaniado?
Oh, I think you need a lot of patience. a lot of patience, perseverance, you know. What else?
Tell me.
Okay, so personally, I'm a calm person, okay?
Right.
But aside being calm, I am also a go-getter. And when I set my mind to do something, I go for it. I really do it. It doesn't matter what comes in my way. I will find a way out, you know. Like I said, it hasn't been easy. I mean, so many governments have come and gone. What else? We've had issues with exchange rates. We've had a whole lot of issues. But we are still standing. It's because I really want to do what I say I will do. I never change. Sorry, I'm a bit.
Don't worry. We still believe you are capable. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Okay, so for instance, when Vaniado wasn't really doing so well because of the exchange rate and all of that, you have even customers and people who say, "Oh, you know, if you've gone to China, you won't be having these issues." I say, no, there are a lot of people doing China. Why should I also do China? People want something different.
That's right.
And that is what I want to cater for. So I think that it's just knowing what you want to do and going for it and just be patient. I'm still going on. It's not easy yet, but I believe that very soon things will get better.
Great.
You know, and so you just have to have a lot of patience and you have to do the right things.
Thank you very much, Vanessa Addo of Vaniado. We're grateful and we thank you. Ghana is grateful. The women are proud of you and we celebrate you on this day after International Women's Day.
Thank you so much. I mean, this is one of the first times I've had such a call. So please just tell the people out there they should come to Vaniado. They should come for high quality, stylish stuff, kitchen, bathroom tiles. We will take care of them. We will help them with the designs and especially products. We'll give them the prices they want. So encourage the listeners to come. Thank you so much.
I'm grateful. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Great.
Bye.
Bye. We're putting a smile on the faces of our women.
Go come pa mwa mananantimo